Thank you, first of all, to giving me this opportunity to present such a beautiful topic where we everyone should talk about the sustainable reconstruction and redevelopment practices in India. Nowadays, every urban city is completely urbanized and very much under stress on the the core areas of any city. Particularly when we talk about Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, these are areas are going to be grow in coming future. Next 5-10 years, it is going to be a big stress level going to be on the community areas as well as the development areas. So once we have started with the our redevelopment projects in Pune or in Mumbai, we came across there are certain things which are needs to be insisted on developers as well as the societies as well as to the PMCs as well as the architectural firms and even the corporations. So many norms and so many things have been there, but actual implementations are very much important. So I'm going to talk about in a few minutes about how uh, we have a practice in architectural conservation as well as the into the redevelopment of the projects. So sustainability is the most important focus. We are going to talk about it. So why redevelopment matters in Pune or in the urban cities? Because there is a large number of projects which are going on the fringe area of the Pune city. At the same time, there are a lot of projects which are coming as a redevelopment because there is a land scarcity and there is a core areas in Pune like pet areas, what we call it about. So this is a very old city where these are there are certain old structures are there. So these are the development which is happening in Pune for last 10 years. There are certain rules and regulations which are going around like cluster development, individual development. So residents are expected to be safer and looks towards a good livable built environments. So developments are enabled to plan the densification and the upgradation of infrastructures. But at the same time, we need to understand the Pune city is going to change their complete skyline in coming few years itself. Now, talking about environmental and responsibility, everybody talks about lower energy impact, the water utilization of good materials, economic feasibility, social well-being, giving the good amenities to the society as well as the future readiness. So these things are focused everywhere, but the major part which is focusing about when we talk about a redevelopment, always developers has this own one thing: how much FSI am going to make it out of it, because that's the business point of any developer, and that's obvious. But at the same time, not only to give the FSI calculations or the maximum potential FSI or what will be the business, but built environment matters a lot. Previously, if everybody must have seen the our cities last 10 years back, there will be must good open spaces, gardens are there, a lot of green spaces are available, or the trees are there. Now based on the development, everybody wants to go high rise, everybody wants to have a good livable residences. But at the same time, we have to focus about the green building certification. At the same time, we have to focus about the low carbon emissions. We have to talk about the good amenities, which is going to have top level your gardens, or maybe garden level, podium level your landscape design. So those are the things which we need to understand. Now orientations, many of times in I'll showcase one my project which will be going to talk about the orientation things on the cross ventilations, because we don't know what kind of plot we are going to handle in coming future. If we talk about in core area, there are a lot of density or other projects are going around, so where there is very less amount of orientation chances are there. So what are the possibilities in either inward looking or outward looking? So the landscape portion can be inside and the buildings can be facing outside also. So the cross ventilation and the integration of your landscape can be a good solution for this. So efficient placing of your cores, floor plates, balancing density and livability will be the good choices. Podium gardens, I was talking about, terraces, vertical gardens or greenery, which can restore the open spaces. So these kind of design strategies can help you to understand or to make it more sustainable, your what we call it the practices, architectural practice. Utilization of solar, LED lightings, or energy consumptions, or the water performance. See, the topic I'm focusing about the technique as well as the what are the basic effective ways of handling the projects in terms of sustainability. So rainwater harvesting, grey water uses, STP, then your low water fixes can be utilizations of the nowadays we can talk about. Many of time before starting the project, after the calculation, the way previously it has been discussed, the we any PMC will come up with the calculations and the project starts. But after that, the major roles of an architectural firm starts with the detailing with the beam softwares, as well as the energy efficiency, as well as the orientation, design, optimization of your what we call it, major electrification loads calculations, HVAC load calculations, which will reduce the mechanical ways of handling the air. Maybe natural ventilation will reduce the load on the electrical things. So that has to be understood. Specifications has to be listed out accordingly. So the impact on the low carbon can be calculated. Smart metering can reduce the your electricity. So municipal corporations will also have to very less dependency on the water calculations. Secondly, what kind of material and construction approach you are going to have. Nowadays, developer wants to finish the project as early as possible. So many of times they are going to utilize SCC blocks, flash products, and recycle and the less recycle content material. But as an architectural firms, we insist on the utilization of 100%. I mean, go for an SCC blocks and flash products. At the same time, durable, and it is very durable, low maintenance system, and the long-term performance. So fast construction is the when we looking forward to handing over the projects as soon as possible, because the 36 months or 30 months is the criteria has been mentioned in between the agreement between the society as well as into the developers. So that is one of the most critical part we are focusing. Then another solution we are now looking for the prefabrication opportunity to reduce the time. So pod system is there. We can utilize the precasted some of the area, the slab or RCC areas can be casted previously, and you can put it on one by one, which we are doing the experimental level also in Pune. So that is one of the portion where we can talk about the construction technology is going very higher side. Also, social sustainability in the development, we are focusing about the barrier-free access, safe circulation, fire component can be very well designed. Then the community spaces, play areas, senior citizens friendly amenities can be given. Improvised your privacy and daylight ventilation, better quality of light. But these things are coming in picture once you do the beam integration into the design. Once you understood the orientation and the things, we can place these all the things according to the design portions. Then the stakeholders engagement to build the trust and senses consciousness, because in Mumbai, we are also working one of the project where we are understanding the low carbon emission projects. At the same time, electrical vehicles we are going to utilize. We are utilizing the some techno-savvy devices where the oxygen level can be maintained. We can showcase the what is the level of oxygen today, or maybe what are the pollutant elements are there. So we are reducing that as well as with the projecting with the landscape design as well. Now coming down, what are the challenges we are facing right now in Pune? The majorly is the society consciousness and the expectation management, because once it is we call it the redevelopment needs a timeline, which is very much important. Once after the demolishing the project and starting with the design to the completion, this entire process needs to be completed in 30 months to 36 months, depending upon the scale of project. Definitely, it may go beyond that 36 months also. But that portion needs to be handled very carefully. Because there is a pollution kind of things. I mean, once you started demolishing the building, it has to be completely closed with the mats, and it has to be your vehicles or whatever the mechanism is involved in the demolishing and the constructing area, where it has to be watering your entire areas. That has to be very mandate. We are following that portion also, balancing the rehab area at the sale component and financial viability. So financial viability, when the financial viability comes, then some components needs to be adjusted accordingly. So that has to be deal with the developer as well as the design constraint. So construction logistics and the dense urban neighborhoods is very difficult nowadays, because the daytime and the nighttime working conditions are very different in core area. So that is one major portion, and the most important part to start with the approval, your codes and infrastructure coordination. The whatever the project you are going to start, since for the next 13 months to and completion towards the 36 months, that process has to be very, very much fast. Next, what we can do for the future sustainable development, utilization of your smart homes, BIM integration, net zero ready design. Once you start designing your thinking process, it has to include zero carbon footprints, climate responsive towers, and enhancing the both skyline and the street life. Both has to be managed very well. Next, what I was talking about is the takeaway. Redevelopment is the most practical path to sustainable urban growth when it comes to Pune city, like other cities also, because the core area is the main focus portion in the any urban cities. High-rise projects can improve land use without sacrificing their livability. Sustainable developments must be combined passive design, efficient system, and the social value as well. Well-planned redevelopment creates long-term valuable for the residents, developers, and the city. Lastly, I will have to show the project we are doing right now in the Sinagad Road, which is very much in the compact, which we are talking about. It's a linear strip. On the linear strip, we have to design the project with all the components. At the same time, we have to take care of the orientation. We have to maintain the height of the project. At the same time, we are going to utilizing the if you can see the bridges, there are several areas we are utilizing the windmills. Through that, we are going to utilize that energy to the core areas, or the emergency lightings are going to be utilized. For the solar and these things are going, we are using. These are the materials we were talking about. What is the beneficence? What is the speed of construction, cost implementation, and the sustainability factors we are going to utilize. So that's it from my side. The sustainable development has always been in our area. Previously, we will call this as a organic design, our firm. Now we are into LLP. So it is organic design workshop. So that's why we are into this field. Thanks a lot.